All right. Hey, friends. How's it going? Welcome to StoryTalk, Volume 4, which we're doing great with my plan of doing this weekly, starting back in February or March, whenever. Yeah, no. This is our fourth week since going from March to now. It's only been 4 weeks. It's amazing. Um, as always, doing this both on Instagram and on YouTube, so I will intermittently look back and forth at both of you. Just so you know, if I'm looking at you, that means I love you the most, and the same goes for you. But yeah, just gonna try to get into this more. And it was funny because when I started the idea of doing these story talks, um, my thought process was this will inspire me to do more stuff because I'll be talking about my stuff more. Also, harvest tea. It's fall now, but I'll be doing more. It'll inspire me to do more stuff. I'll be able to um, I'll be able to like this will get me kind of help with my motivation. And the funny thing is, while it has only been 4 weeks since March, so uh, but it's funny because I haven't done these, but my motivation has I've actually done stuff, so I've got cool things to tell you about right now. Gonna keep this pretty quick, but because there's gonna be new and exciting things coming, but things that have happened since March. Um, I have started a new thought, or let me save that for the end. So, small things that are going through. Funnel Web is doing its festival run. Still going through that. It's going to DC Shorts this weekend. If you're on my Instagram, you've seen me sharing posts about it. Um, so it's going to DC Shorts this weekend and screening with a whole bunch of other films. Some that I've seen and I know are phenomenal. So, yeah, it's in very humbling company, which is wonderful. So there's that. Last Wave, the Curse of the Nicolas Cage surfboard. That one is we've got our what should be our final couple days of pickup shoots done or scheduled, not done, scheduled to happen in the next week or two. So there will be we're gonna soon be talking about just this movie in terms totally of post and totally in terms of post. That's the way to say it. Which is awesome. It's so cool that movie's finally gonna get come together, and yeah, we're gonna have a movie. We're gonna have that crazy thing finally put together. So there's that. That's really awesome. And in typical Last Wave fashion, the final scenes we're shooting are wild and like just the kind of thing that you see in a script or you hear the director pitch and there's no way we're making this. We're making this. It's a thing that's happening. So look out for that. We've got a pretty gnarly death scene coming up, so that's gonna be great. Um, let's see what else. Some theater productions, various theater projects, and some like smaller film related things that can't quite talk about yet, but are exciting and are giving me a chance to sort of flex my theatrical muscles, which I haven't had a chance to do yet in a long time. I assistant directed Richmond Shakespeare's production of Dr. Faustus, which was a wonderful experience. Astonishing cast, great production, crew all around. Was a wonderful time. And so hopefully going to get a chance to work with many of those people again, which was amazing. And will be amazing. And hopefully we'll be able to say more, the next week when we do another one of these in December. But yeah, so that's happening. But the big thing that's got me hyped up, and it's the reason I wanted to do this again, is I made a movie. I have made another short film, which is my first time like directing a short film and taking the lead on a project since Funnel Web. So since my first time directing a set since like 2019, which is super cool. Came about because Funnel Web got rejected from a film festival, and I don't want to. There's a lot I could talk about in terms of how this festival operates and kind of the way they rejected Funnel Web that got under my skin in terms of just how patronizing it was, and also just in terms of knowing some of the other films that got accepted versus Funnel Web, and kind of gives you a little bit of insight into, okay, maybe it's not necessarily the films so much as not necessarily the films so much as the filmmakers that get selected, and there's more behind. This isn't a meritocracy; it never has been, but it's always disappointing when you find when it hits you. So, But it got under my skin that I was letting people I don't know, who I've not worked with, I've never met, and have never met me, um, dictate my emotions about my own work. Like it put me in a slump for anything that I didn't get in, and that I got bothered that I was bothered, and so I decided, let's do something different. Let's try. Let's make something that is let's like fuck the film festivals for a bit. Let's just make some movies and share some movies, and that amazingly like turned a switch in my head. That there's not like the amount of things that come with a film festival are wild, and it's just the like not only, and there's obviously there's entry fees that you don't get back, and there's like, you know, debatable like the validity of a laurel for a festival versus another, and like do awards matter, etc., etc. And so there's that. There's also like, you know, more esoteric things where it's like, okay, so this film fest, so like, you know, I'm making a movie. I'm working on, you know, I've got a new idea for a movie. I want to make it. It's going to be, you know, the script is probably going to be 25 pages. Oh, okay, maybe. Well, that limits our festival run because most film festivals prefer shorter films, and that kneecaps the idea before I even make it. And it's, and then it's also just the fact that if I make a movie, like most festivals want to be premieres or at least want some kind of exclusivity. So I make a movie. I then send this, like, I make this movie. I then submit it to film festivals. I then have to wait, you know, 5, 6, 7 months to hear back, and then a few more months for the festival to actually happen if I get in. And all this time, I can't show this movie to people. I can show it, like, I can send unlisted links to people and that kind of thing, but that's... And then, when we do get in, it's like, okay, hey, you want to... Cool, my friends, people who support me, you want to see my movie? Great, pay this festival money to see it. And I don't see any of that, and it's not a... It started feeling like it wasn't reaching the people that I wanted to reach, and it wasn't giving me the return that I'd been hoping for. I've been doing festivals for, like, going on 10 years now, and it's just been, like... I've had much better experiences, at least emotionally, by just sharing my movies with people. So, over the next year, that's my plan, is I'm going to make... aiming at least 3, aiming for 4 short films that are just, we write them, we make them, we edit them, we release them. We're gonna set up we've got a Venmo set up. I'm gonna set up a Patreon. This will all be discussed in future things, and like when that stuff comes out, if you want to support us and donate, great. The links will be available. You can donate and support us that way. Directly goes to us. But otherwise, we're just sharing movies. We're sharing art with you. And telling our stories and sharing them with you, and that means the world. So, to that end, we made a movie. We made a film called Cushioned. I wrote it in June. We shot it at the end of July, and I'm about to lock in Final Cut, and then my composer and my sound person, Kate and Alex, who are just astounding, are going to put it all together, make it sound amazing, and then we're gonna release it, and there'll be a new movie for you to watch, hopefully in the next couple weeks. So next 2 or 3 weeks. I gave end of September, but like, yeah, that's the thing we're doing, and I'm starting to work on the next script that I'll hopefully be shooting in October, and that'll just be another movie, and it's been so freeing. It's been a wonderful experience. Filming this was a blast. Like we did it in 2 days. I got to work with so many people who I'd been wanting to work with, and who just meshed together, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. It brought me back to the filmmaking that I loved, and hopefully I can just keep this trend going, because it's fun, and it's a great way to just be like, hey, we're making movies. You don't have to wait. You don't have to pay. You don't have to, just come see us having fun making movies, and, spend, 20 minutes watching our movie, or in this case, like 12. So, yeah. That's what we did. That's the movie that is going to be coming out, and that's the big news that made me want to do this and talk about how I'm doing. So that's where we're at. I will try to update more readily. I might actually try to do some Instagram lives, so follow me on Insta at CheckerLiar. Do some Instagram lives at DC Shorts if I've got the energy for it. We'll see. I will try to do these more, and I'll hopefully have more constant updates, because we are going to keep making movies, which is just super cool. So, all that said, thank you for joining. Thanks for spending, I don't know, 10 minutes with me, and yeah, we'll do more of this. There's more to come, more stories to tell, more amazing people to work with, and yeah, that's the plan. So, thank you for joining, thank you for being like lending me your ears for 10 minutes, and yeah, in the meantime, go out in the world, be awesome, be kind, tell great stories, do great things. It's all in here. Just you got to bring it out there. That's what's gonna make us all better. So, that being said, thank you.